Of course, people come here to Hawaii for the sun and the surf, but there's also an enormous amount of history on these islands. And over the weekend, I got a chance to tour one of the most historic sites. December 7th, 1941, a dark day in American history.
A date which will live in infamy.
On that day, the Japanese launched a surprise attack on U.S. naval forces at Pearl Harbor. The United States had entered World War II. On the USS Arizona alone, 1,177 crewmen died. Today, a memorial, officially known as the World War II Valor in the Pacific National Monument.
It's known for
With Monument Superintendent Paul Dupre as my guide, I made my way through Pearl Harbor for a unique perspective. If you move in this direction, you go past the USS Missouri first, and then you come into what we're approaching now, the mood changes dramatically. As impressive as it is above water, talk to me a little bit about what lies beneath the surface.
Well, it's the wreck of the USS Arizona. There's 900 sailors and Marines who are still on the vessel. And then there's another 30 or so who survived the attack, and they were allowed to have their cremated remains placed in with their shipmate.
My dad was in the Navy in World War II. He came here a couple of times. He always said it was a very difficult place for him to come to and a difficult place for him to leave.
Well, we end up trying to make sure that our visitors understand the significance of the site, make sure that they understand that this is essentially a tomb underwater, and the names on that wall are essentially the equivalent of a headstone in Arlington. Oh, right here.
You can see right here.
Coming right
look at it right at
the
72 years later, there are still signs of the vessel on the water's surface.
There's still about 500,000 gallons of fuel in the ship, and it comes up in different parts of the ship. You know, I think about all of the folks who are coming to Hawaii, and we definitely want them to come and experience a little bit of this.
I don't think you can come to Hawaii and not see this.
There's always a little bit of something different for you to experience and remember. And that's part of that emotional connection that a lot of folks have with the site.
I know you had a chance to go over the weekend as well. If you come here to Hawaii, you really should stop at Pearl Harbor because it means so many things to so many different people on a lot of different levels.
And so many of us think we know the history, but Natalie, as you found out, there's so much to learn.
There is, absolutely. What struck me really is the smell from it as well, the oil spill smell that is still there today. But it is moving, and especially if you are someone who has you're a member of the military or have family in the military, it means a lot.
All right.